Today on events in the central city of the Dnipro in Ukraine, and missile has struck a multi-story residential building, injuring 3 people. Those are the early reports, so you can see here the pictures from the aftermath of the incident. This is from local media. President Vladimir Zelensky has described the incident as Russian missile terror. Oksana, a reporter in the newsroom Oksana Kondorenko, is watching this for us. Before we talk about the building, because you gave us some information about that just about 20 minutes ago, what sort of reaction are we getting from President Zelensky? Oh, President Zelensky is very strong language to Thag instructions side, and just to tell you, he said that they will be taken to account to forest terror, missile terror as he called it, as you mentioned, and this is quite unprecedented because President Zelensky himself has published the video from the Dnipro attack site, and normally Ukrainian authorities have been very cautious and careful about these things. They ask people not to
report. They ask eyewitnesses not to publish anything on social media, and the fact that President Zelensky himself has published it means that it is a big deal, and currently, he is talking to all the local authorities and taking the situation under his personal control. Okay, I'm just seeing some new copy here from this is from BBC Monitoring. Oksana, thank you for that. 5 people found to have been injured in that strike. After all the flats in the building were checked, that is according to the Interior Ministry. The casualties included for men aged between 18 and 53 and a 77-year-old woman, all of them getting medical attention without being admitted to the hospital. One of the advantages, I suppose there is an advantage, is that this building was largely empty. I think let us speak to someone called Shahida Yakub. She is from the Dnipro. She witnessed the attack. Shahid, it's good of you to join us. I was just saying I get the impression just looking at the pictures that some of these apartments were empty. Is that correct? Some of the apartments do seem empty, but
it's hard to say because it's Friday night. Obviously some people were out, but when I was speaking to the bystanders and a lot of people knew people who lived in that newly built apartments, they said that there were people inside. Just mind you that they're like residential blocks. There are 3 blocks, and there were families there, so for kids were inside probably, but because of Friday night a lot of people might have been out. So that's one of the things what is truly shocking about this. And there were banks, and the next thing we think smoke and fire. Yeah, 2 incoming bombs. I've only got a minute left, Shahida, but is there no air protection in Dnipro? No anti-aircraft missiles there? Well, the problem with this particular attack, there was no siren before the attack. I think the Russians were using something, a ballistic. I'm not a weapons expert, but something which the anti-aircraft defense couldn't